Welcome to a special bonus episode of our grown-up bedtime stories series on the oldest parish in Canada by Ambroise Comeau. Tonight we take a step back to focus on a pivotal and painful chapter in the history of our beloved parish, the expulsion of the Canadians. Now, in that book, it was only ever mentioned in passing, but I've done my own research and we're going to do a deep dive. We will explore the deep, unwavering Catholic faith of the Acadian people, the profound impact of their forced displacement on Catholicism in the region, and the powerful symbolism of the Acadian flag, particularly the gold star that represents the Virgin Mary. Many people don't know that. The expulsion, or Le Grand Dérangement, as it was known in French, was a defining moment for the Acadian people, and yet it has only been mentioned in passing in our previous episodes. Today we delve deeper into the heart of this story, the story of faith under fire, resilience in the face of adversity, and a community that refused to be torn apart by the trials imposed on it. To understand the gravity of the expulsion, we must first appreciate the profound Catholic faith of the Acadian people. For generations, Acadians lived a simple yet deeply spiritual life in Old Acadia, modern-day Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. They built their lives around the rhythm of the Church's sacraments, celebrating feast days and holy days with devotion, and centering their communities around the presence of their priests and the sacraments. Their faith was not just a part of their daily life, it was the very essence of their identity. And when faced with hardships, from the harshness of the land to the political turmoil between the French and English, the Acadians remained steadfast, finding solace and strength in their Catholic faith. Churches were not just a place of worship, they were safe havens, sanctuaries of hope, and the pillars of their society. However, everything changed in 1755 with the stroke of a pen. The British Crown ordered the expulsion of the Acadian people from their land. Families were torn apart, homes were burned to the ground, and communities were scattered across distant lands. Despite these tragic circumstances, the Acadians did not waver in their faith. In the darkest of times, it was their deep-rooted Catholicism that kept them united. They carried their rosaries and prayer books onto the ships that took them into exile, praying fervently to the Virgin Mary, whom they considered their spiritual mother and protector. As a matter of fact, the Acadian flag stands as a powerful testament to the enduring spirit and faith of this remarkable people. Adopted in 1884, the flag is a variation of the French tricolor with a single golden star on the blue section. The choice of colors reflects the Acadians' French heritage, but it is the gold star that holds the most profound meaning. The star, known as the Star of the Sea, Stella Maris, represents the Virgin Mary, Our Lady of Assumption, the patroness of the Acadian people. She was, and continues to be, a guiding light for Acadians, much like the North Star guiding sailors safely home. The star symbolizes hope, protection, and faith, principles that held the Acadians together during the dark days of their exile. The Acadian flag is more than a symbol of identity. It's a symbol of spiritual defiance. It represents a community that, despite the forces trying to eradicate its culture and faith, remains steadfast under the protection of the Virgin Mary. In every wave of hardship and displacement, the Acadians turned to Mary, believing that as their protector, she would always guide them back home to their faith and to their land. The expulsion of the Acadians had a profound impact on Catholicism in the region. Churches were destroyed, and communities were left without priests, and the sacraments became rare privileges. Yet the Acadian people continued to gather in secret, in barns and fields and even in the woods. Wherever they could find shelter, they clung to their prayers, to their belief in divine providence, and to their unshakable trust in the Virgin Mary. Even in exile, the Acadians remained committed to their Catholic identity. They built new communities wherever they found themselves, carrying with them the teachings of the Church and passing down their traditions to the next generation. Over time, as some of the Acadians returned to their homeland, they rebuilt their churches and rekindled the flames of their faith, ensuring that Catholicism would not only survive, but thrive. The echoes of this resilience are still felt today. Walking through the streets of our community, you see Acadian flags flying high and a lot of Acadian flags on people's homes. And the Acadian star is a very popular emblem to put on people's homes. And even people that aren't Acadian use that star and don't even know what it means. To me, it's a reminder that the Virgin Mary's dominion over this land, her unwavering protection over her people, and her victory over all that sought to diminish their faith is still at hand. In the last little while, we've seen the faithful grow in number at St. Louis Parish. It's a testament to the enduring strength of Catholicism in this region. The sight of Acadian flags fluttering in the breeze and the Virgin Mary star shining bright serves as a powerful reminder that no matter what happens here, Catholicism is destined to survive. As long as there are hearts open to her, the Virgin Mary will continue to crush the head of the enemy, casting out wickedness and keeping our congregation protected and growing for the glory of God. And each time I ring the bells on Sunday at St. Louis, that's my prayer. For their faith to flourish, for our community to grow, and for us to always remain under the loving care and guidance of Our Lady of the Assumption. Thank you for joining us in this bonus episode where we have honored the incredible faith and resilience of the Acadian people. Their story is not just one of survival, but of triumph and faith. Their spirit lives on in every Mass we celebrate, every prayer we say, and every Acadian flag that waves across our town. Stay with us as we continue to delve deeper into the rich history of St. Louis Church and in the coming episodes. May God bless you and Our Lady of the Assumption keep you in her care. This podcast episode is a personal passion project of mine as a devoted member of St. Louis Church and its very devoted bell ringer. It's not an official representation of our parish, nor affiliated with the parish in any professional capacity. This is just my act of love.